you're saying, especially in regards to talking to children about death, is that like our cultural narratives tend to be really, really powerful. And the more we instill fear and uncertainty into the death process, the more that children will tend to fear it. And it kind of gets passed on from generation to generation. And I think religion has come up with beautiful answers. They're just made up, right? There's no solid, like,
and some like really weird and scary answers too.
Yeah, well, no, that's true, because there are cultures that handle death in all kinds of different ways. There's a huge variety, but none of it is really based in reality. And so to be able to take a secular look and say, hey, no, we're going to talk seriously about it. We're going to debunk it. We're going to demystify it, but we're also going to be serious about it and not make stuff up just to make you feel better. I think that the secular community still as a whole struggles with with how do we approach these things in a way that is honest but not scary. And I think that approach is beautiful.
Yeah, I think that's one of the deepest things that we struggle with. I mean, it's even knowing what to say when someone is bereaved. Like if you're very religious, you know, it's still painful and it's hard and you miss the person, and you know, therein lies some other paradoxes if you believe in an afterlife, but it's still really upsetting. Like there's some tension there. But I think that for those of us who are, you know, who don't believe, there's something really like awkward about what you say and what you know, and it's just like, you know, when someone has lost a loved one and like, you know, we were talking about this before we started, Sunny, but the whole, like when someone says like, oh, I'm so sorry about so-and-so, the urge to say, oh, it's okay is so powerful. And just like to like just try to like diffuse the tension and the awkwardness of like, oh,
and push back the emotions.
And push back the emotion and not make the other person feel uncomfortable. It's so difficult to navigate. And I think it's one of the things that in the secular community we really have to reckon with and find a way to talk about these things openly and in a way that's reassuring and come together and not avoid the subject of mortality and grief. And, you know, I think we're doing that. I think a lot of the big parts of life that, you know, traditionally have been handled by religion, we are more and more people, for example, get like have the officiant at their wedding be a friend, and like there's all sorts of things like that you see in the culture starting to shift. But I think that like how we deal with grief and funerals and mourning and what you say when someone's died, I think we're still trying to find our way around.